everybody, welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel, #MovieBae. I am MovieBae, and in this video, I'm going to be recapping and reviewing episode 1 of Baddies South. But before we get to it though, I want y'all to drop down and hit that subscribe button. Thank you. Support black businesses. Okay. Here on MovieBae, I do reviews, reactions, and commentary to movies and television. So if that's the type of content that you find yourself looking for, you might as well hit the subscribe button and stick around. Alright. If you find yourself liking this video or my commentary along the way, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button or leave it down in the comment section to let me know. Alright. So I did not watch Baddies ATL. I did not. Absolutely did not. Want to know why? Because it looked like it was going to be shit. So I watched a couple of reviews on it, and then I realized that it was indeed shit. But when I saw the trailer for Baddies South, I said, Self, now that is a trailer. I'm intrigued. I want to watch this one. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this recap of episode 1. So we start off the episode with a recap from last season, which I could give a fuck less about. I literally had to double check to make sure I clicked on the right episode. That recap was so long. And y'all know how Zeus does. They like to eat up the runtime. All right. So now we get to the bread and butter. We have Natalie sitting with her husband, and she's basically going over the cast lineup. She starts off with Christina. Now, after watching a couple of, like I said, reviews or anticipations about the season, everybody was like, man, if Christina was on here, it would be lit. If Christina was on here, it would be lit. So I was like, wait a damn minute. Christina is going to be on here. What a surprise. Yeah, we'll get to that later. All right, so then we get introduced to Bree. Now, Bree is from season 17 of BGC. I personally liked Bree on her season because she was entertaining, she could give a fuck less, and she was the best thing about that season to me. Like, aside from, you could throw the whole season in the trash, let's pretend like it never happened. We also find out that Persuasion from BGC 16 is going to be on here. She's best known for fighting Winter in her body, because it's not bodying, okay? And in her introduction, she says that she's still stripping. I hope not. I hope she's not still stripping. It's been a while. It's been a whole while, lady. Like, level up. Then we see Jayla Mina, who was on season 14 BGC with the twins. You know, it's the Jayla show, period. Now, we all know that Jayla is known for wearing white, and she shameless plugs her online boutique. Or is it a store? It don't matter. She plugs her business, okay? And that's a real bad bitch, period. Now, we also introduced somebody who is new to us. OnlyFan Ann, all right? I ain't never heard of this girl ever before, but she is known for sucking on everything. Severe case of pica, okay? She refers to herself as a personal clout chaser. And I can honestly respect it because she's honest about it, you know? But not only does she have her own OnlyFans, she manages other girls' pages, and she says she does music. Also on this season will be Slim from Real Chance of Love 2. Real Chance of Love? Wait, that ain't it. Yeah, it is. What is the show? I think I'm getting it mixed up with the original show. It doesn't fucking matter. I didn't like Slim on her season because she was just too TTG for me. Like, she was trained to go, and it was a little bit too much. It was like, sit down, sis. Sit down. So Rolly from season 1 and 2 of Real Chance is also on this show. Now, she's a fan favorite. So Rolly is a fan favorite, but I personally, like, Rolly was cool because she was funny, but she did the most to me. For TV, that was good, but like, she kind of started to get on my nerves, more so in season 2 than season 1. It was just like, okay, it's a formula to this, and she has cracked the code, obviously. And last but not least, literally last but not least, we meet Krishan Rock, who is 21, 22 years old. I did not know she was that young, but yeah. We know her from Blueface BGC. Well, I knew her from Blueface BGC because I watched that shit. I think it was during COVID, so I had nothing else to do. But she is also known for dating Blueface and acting erratic on the internet. Aside from, she's also an athlete, and she does music that I actually fuck with. Like the one song that they displayed on Blueface BGC. I liked it. It made me like It made me sad. So it was a good song. But we see that she's just easily hella influenced by Blueface, and I just want to be her friend. Cause if I had 2 seconds with her, she would leave him. Like, let's be real. Anyhow, now that we've been introduced to the entire cast, let's start that recap of the episode. So the episode starts and we're on the sprinter and everybody's introducing themselves. Rock has her headphones in and immediately Persuasion is like, you know what? I'm not fucking with Rock because she just gives psycho vibes. But y'all, like, let's be honest. Y'all be in the shade room comments. Rock is fucking crazy. She does give psycho vibes. So I don't fault Persuasion for thinking that. The only thing I can say is I would have thought the same thing, but I'm not going to judge somebody I don't know. I'm going to have my looming thoughts in my mind because this is what I've seen on the internet. But I'm still going to give you a chance to prove yourself to me so I can get to know you, authentically you. Now, if your authentic you is your internet you, then I have a legit reason to think that you're fucking crazy. So, like, I agree with Sway, but it's like, don't just judge her off of that. Like, still give her a chance, you know? Well, we find out that Christina missed the bus, aka she took the money and ran off on the plug, okay? And this has happened twice on these shows. One with Andrew Caldwell and then another with Christina. I don't know what the hell is going on at Zeus, but they need to get their shit together. I wouldn't pay nobody shit until the reunion. You want your check? Come to the fucking reunion, okay? Now, Natalie lays out the itinerary for the season, and the girls will be going to Atlanta, which they are on their way to now, Charlotte, North Carolina, Tennessee, New Orleans, and H-Town, Houston, Texas, all right? So, after that, this OnlyFans Ann girl, she asked Bree if Bree is an escort. Now, first off, let's talk about this. The common misconception of an escort is that they sleep with their dates, but not all escorts sleep with their dates, okay? So escorts are paid to be arm candy or to accompanying wealthy men on dates, okay? Sometimes the end of that transaction is sexual, but not all the time. I just want to put that out there, okay? But the real question is, why is Ann and Bree business? Okay? Because, like, why would you try to call somebody out for being an escort when you sucking all types of objects on the internet? When you have pica, ma'am, you're putting everything in your mouth during COVID. What is your problem? I don't understand how, like, everybody was thinking that Ann was pressing Bree when Bree has admitted to being an escort. If you watch BGC 17, she's admitted to being an escort. She's admitted to being a stripper. She's admitted to peeing on people. Like, Bree is with the whole shit. So the fact that people was thinking that Ann was putting Bree on blast, like, she ain't saying nothing we ain't already know. I feel like Bree was just reluctant, like, okay, random much? Like, I feel like that's why Bree was hesitant to be like, yeah, I am. Like, it's just like, okay, but who the fuck are you? A fan, obviously, because I don't even know you, sis. Anyways, don't come for my bitch Bree, okay? Don't do that. I wanted to like you, Ann, but you're starting off wrong with me, okay? Now, so the girls pull up to the house in Atlanta, and everybody is so amazed by the house, and no lie, me and Rock are looking like, okay, bitch, it's a house. Like, Rock said, like, my rich granny could live here. I really do wish, though, that they would start doing interior designing with these houses for bad bitches. Like, make the bad bitch house look like a bad bitch house. Because this tacky interior and ancient decor, it's not giving what it's supposed to give. Matter of fact, they ran that shit out in this episode. If I ever say that again, I'm gonna slap myself, okay? So upon entering the house, Natalie lays down the house rules, and there are really 2 simple things. Don't break shit and clean up after yourself, which I feel like should be self-explanatory rules for grown-ass people, but you gotta explain shit to grown-ass people sometimes. Like, common sense is not that common. So everybody is going to their rooms. Persuasion and Bree are rooming together, and they don't like the bunk beds. Rock and OnlyFans Ann are rooming together. In the pink room, but they don't like the bunk beds either. Jayla Mina has her own bed because, of course, she's Natalie's right-hand girl. And it's a mansion. And we know, I feel like if you watching the show, you watch a lot of reality TV. And you know that production takes up half of the mansion. I do believe that they should be roommates with each other. But these bitches is grown. Please give them full-size beds or queen-size beds minimum. Like on Bad Girls Club, it was 2-3 people in a room, but everybody had a queen-size bed. Like, they ain't no kids. Like, upgrade, please. Okay. But I mean, I guess they are only there for like a night or two. So I guess, child, I'll let it slide. So Rock decides that she's going to room with Natalie because, like I said, Rock wasn't filling her room like everybody else. But Persuasion comes by and she takes Rock's name tag off of Natalie's door. Now all the girls are coming in Natalie's room to see like what's up. And Sway is just making digs at Rock about being dirty. Like, because in Sway's confession, she says because her behavior is dirty and she, meaning Rock, needs to tighten up. Because, like, we didn't really get any inkling that Rock was dirty, that she leaves shit around. I don't remember that happening on Blueface BGC. But it could be like Sway said in her confessional, like, her behavior is dirty. Like, she just look like she gonna be... No. So, you know, it's Sway prejudging again. So one thing, though, I don't like about Rock, and I actually like Rock. Yeah. Okay, but one thing I don't like that she keeps doing is she keep acting like she the only bitch in that house that got money. Like, sis, the nigga that you're fucking is the one who has money. That's not your money, sis. So I'm gonna need you to stop with the cap. You from Baltimore, okay? You didn't grow up in a nice area, okay? Like, let you tell it. So stop acting like you come from money, like you knew money. Like, that's not even your money, okay, Rock? I'm gonna need you to pipe down on that, all right? You broke like the rest of the bitches, okay? So we get some footage. Well, after Rock leaves and she goes to talk to Rolly and Slim and about how she gonna beat up everybody in the house and shit, Natalie shows Sway and Jayla Mina some footage of Rock pulling fire alarms in the airport, just acting a damn fool, like on the luggage thing, just acting like she's more so 12 than 21, you know? But Jayla is showing a genuine concern about Rock's behavior, while Sway says she wants to play big sister, but she's not here for the making excuses shit, okay? Now, I'm gonna say this. I went back to college when I was in my mid-20s. So I was roommating, I was living with a bunch of 19, 20, 21-year-olds. Big age gap. Literally, like, well, I think mine was just, what's that age gap? Like, maybe like 9 years max age gap, which is the same between Rock and Sway. It can easily be a big sister relationship, but when you are older and you're more mature and you've lived life and you've made the 21-year-old mistakes, you have a little less tolerance for the younger. But I feel like you still have to have some type of humility to know, hey, I was that age before too. I might not have been as wild and irate, but you got to give her a pass and correct it versus judging her and trying to jump on her about it. That's where Sway is coming at it wrong. So something I wanted to mention is how Sway brought up the fact about psyche vows. And she was wondering, like, if Rock got a psyche vow. No, you know Zeus don't do that shit. And I'm happy that she mentioned it, because if you're a Bad Girls Club fan, you already know Oxygen was on it with the psyche vows. Like, they did not play that shit. And Zeus really needs to start implementing things like that. Like, on all reality shows. Like, I understand Zeus. I really want to make a Zeus video. I understand you want real, raw, and authentic. But precautions need to be taken so all your fucking cast members won't be liabilities, okay? The reason why all of Zeus shows be so fucking wild is because, and they have no fucking control over their castmates, members, is because nobody gets psyche vows. Some of these people legit don't need to be on TV. And you don't want to be held accountable for some shit, Jocelyn's Cabaret, that might go down because your fucking cast is crazy. All right, I just really wanted to bring that up because that is imperative to being a successful business, okay? Anyhow, Natalie walks Rock to another wing of the house and she basically gives her her own room. I feel like this would have been Christina's room, but Christina did not come. And I feel like it is safe that Rock is away from all the other girls because she might be fucking psycho. Now, while there, Natalie kind of tells Rock that how the other girls aren't feeling her and they did want to address her, I guess, like at their little house meeting later on, mingle session later on in the show. I mean, in the day. But Rock is just like, okay, tell them to see me with them hands because she ain't trying to hear none of that talking. I don't know what it is. Like, she just don't want to hear people out. Like, I understand that they definitely came at her like on some shady shit. So probably at that point she ain't trying to hear nothing. But so we already know that's going to be addressed later on in the episode. So it's surprise time and Natalie shows the girls their tour bus. It's really, really pretty on the outside. Typical tour bus shit though. Yeah. So after the surprise, the producers pull Natalie out of her room. And to be honest, Natalie looks genuinely surprised because they said that, hey, we have a problem. So she's a good actress and I didn't know it, but she really looked like, okay, like what's the problem? Like what's going on? And they spring the fact that Sarah is on her way to have a conversation with Natalie. And Natalie basically says, yeah, ain't gonna be too much talking though. All right, so but before Sarah arrives, Natalie goes back down to have a toast with the girls. Oh, I put it in my notes. Slim says like more than me, and that is hard to do. Slim is just, why is she on here? Like, let's be honest. Anyhow, so after the toast, Miss OnlyFans Ann here, she comes with some weird ass vibes. Like, Natalie was calling some of the girls newbies, and she was like, I'm not a newbie, I'm an OG, da da da. Like, calm down, bitch, because newbie meaning you are new to this baddie bad girls franchise. You are a fucking newbie. All the Bad Girls fans who watch this fucking show don't know you as a bad girl. So you are a fucking newbie. Like, chill out. It wasn't an insult. You're just new to the franchise. Be grateful, bitch. All right. Because, Ann, like, calm down. And I didn't like it was just, like, really hostile. Like, it wasn't, like, no, it was, like, really hostile. Like, bitch, calm down. Like, everybody's so easily offended in this damn house. So Ann continued with her weird bitch shit, and she was just like, well, we all bad girls, so if anybody call you out, you need to stand behind your shit, da 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 da. And she's like looking at Bree, like the whole time while she's saying this. Like, and Bree is just like, bitch, why are you starting shit? Like, but Rolly, I feel like Rolly, I kind of like this Rolly, because she's instigating, but she's not on 10 right now. Because I don't like when Rolly's on 10. I like when she's on 5. So Rolly is instigating, and everybody wants Bree to be mad about Ann calling her out, quote unquote, calling her out. Like, a bitch can't check me if I don't feel checked. So I'm talking about if I'm Bree. Like, everybody wanted Bree to be mad, talking about she looked like a bitch, she looked like she was pussy. Like, no, because a bitch can't check me if I don't feel checked. Like, just because y'all feel a way about what she said doesn't mean I feel a way about it. So I ain't gotta address shit about how you feel because I don't feel that way. Like, and I don't know why everybody trying to play my bitch Bree. Like, Bree don't be stepping with the steppers. Like, Bree is really about that. Like, I don't know why everybody trying to play her like she's some bitch. Like, just because this irrelevant fan, Ann, the irrelevant fan, Ann, had something to say about me being an escort, which is true, or which was true. I don't fucking care. And the me not giving a fuck is me not addressing this shit because I don't fucking care. But everybody just really want to start shit. Like, I don't know why they acting like Bree ain't really about that shit. Like, Bree, I got your back, bitch. I got your back because you just wasn't feeling that energy. Like, I'm not studying this girl. I don't fucking know her. She needs to go put something in her fucking mouth and go to sleep somewhere. Like, for real. Anyhow, so Rolly starts instigating again. Okay. But Rolly and Jayla mean at this point because Jayla is like, if anybody got beef for anybody, y'all need to speak up right now before we get on the bus because we're going to be in tight, close quarters and y'all just need to get all that shit out right now so we can turn up and have fun. So that's when Rolly is like, yeah, so who's making the comments about Rock being dirty? What the fuck? And Rock was like, obviously Rock was waiting on it. She was like, yeah, who's making the jokes? Who's making the dirty jokes? And she already knew who it was. She started like circling her prey at this moment. Like, cause she know who said it. She was like kind of like amping herself up. Like, yeah, who making the dirty jokes? Who making the dirty jokes? And Sway, with no hesitation, was like, well, I didn't say you were dirty, but I was just saying, pop, 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 pop. And she didn't even get a chance to explain what the fuck she was saying, because Rock wasn't trying to hear none of that shit. And this is when we get the infamous sink fight. So this is a farmhouse sink. Farmhouse sinks are mad deep. I got one in my house. Well, in my apartment. And the fact that she fell in that sink, I know it's hard. I know it's hard trying to get up out that fucking sink, because that sink is deep. And Rock was just like, she had it. She had the advantage. Yes, she was caught off guard, but at the same time, I don't know. I guess Sway kind of like underestimated the situation, because the moment Rock would have been like, yeah, who talking all them dirty jokes? Matter of fact, when Rolly said who was that making the dirty jokes, or who had something to say about Rock being dirty, I would have stood up immediately, just so I could be prepared. Or at least I would have got my ass off the countertop. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I wouldn't have came at her hostile, but I would have been ready. I would have been in a better position so I could be ready and wouldn't get knocked off guard. But with that being said, next episode looks like it's going to be straight fights, at least like 3 or 4 fights before they get on the actual road. The fact that Sway actually posted up to get her ones with Rock and still got knocked around, I was like, oh, damn, Sway, bitch. Goddamn, bitch. You should have just took that sink L and left it at, you caught me off guard, bitch. Not try to redeem yourself and not actually get to redeem yourself. But with all that being said, thank y'all so much for tuning in. I want y'all to drop down and hit that subscribe button so you can stay tuned for weekly reviews over Baddies South. Now, how I am with toxic TV shows, I'll review toxic TV shows as long as my energy isn't affected by it. But it's the summer, so I also don't have shit to do. Make sure you like this button if you enjoyed my commentary. Leave a comment down in the section below. What fights are you looking forward to? Like, is Sway hating on Rock? How do you feel about Rock? I feel like this whole season will be about Rock. And yeah, I already said leave a comment. I said subscribe. I said like. All right, y'all know what the fuck to do. I'll see y'all next week. Bye.